Happy New Year, beautiful people. Happy New Year, happiest of New Year. What to wish you? Of course, a lot of health and abundance and all these kinds of things, but I've been thinking about it, and this is an exercise that I do every year. At the beginning of the year, I just choose a word that's gonna guide my whole year, regardless of what happens, regardless of all the goals and vision boards and stuff that we do. One single word that's gonna be my inner compass. And I was thinking long and hard about it and being very intentional about it. And this year is gonna be about integrity. And this is really something that I wish all of us is to have integrity and to just walk our own paths and journeys with integrity. And for me, integrity is just, walking the talk or walking the walk, whatever the sentence is. But just making sure that whichever decision that we make is always coming from a place of, I think of this, even if it's hard, even if it's challenging, even if not a lot of people will understand your choices or decisions, it's still going to be sort of like having the courage to do what it is that you need to do or what is necessary for you to do in order to live the life that you want to live in the biggest and fattest alignment that you possibly can. And for me, it's that this is what integrity is all about, is that even when you look back at all the actions, regardless if it's like, a success or a failure or whatever, that success has been done with you being yourself, with you not betraying yourself, with you trusting yourself and having faith in yourself. And the same goes for any sort of like failures that, you will encounter in your life, knowing that all the decisions that you made that even still led to this failure or to this opportunity to learn, will still be done through you being yourself, through you trusting yourself and trusting your decisions and remaining sort of like intact with yourself, with not necessarily a good conscience, but knowing that you've done your best by being yourself, by not betraying yourself, by not being in rooms you didn't want to be in, by being with people you didn't want to be with in the first place, by doing things that you didn't want to do as well in the first place. And I think that this takes a lot of courage and a lot of courage. So this is my biggest wish to myself and to all of you as well, because I feel like whenever we are walking the walk or walking the talk, I need to check, we have this sense of super confidence, but it's also like it leads to honesty. You do everything with honesty to yourself, but also to the people around you, to the things that you want to create, to everything basically. There's honesty, right? And you don't betray yourself. And I think that in this world of social media and showing kind of like the most polished versions of ourselves and showing day 365 and not day one, I think it's important that we do that sort of work of being honest. And I say this because yesterday I finally posted my first video of like the 21 days of finding my voice again. And I haven't been on social media for almost a year, apart from watching dog videos and food recipes and answering messages here and there. But yesterday when I dropped it, I was like, all right, that's it. That's me, take it or leave it sort of thing. Not really thinking about if people are going to understand me, not thinking about whether it's going to crack the algorithm or whatever, but just really remaining, staying with integrity towards the intention of me coming back to social media and posting on Instagram, for example. This whole work, this whole 21 days challenge is really just about me sharing. My partner used to say, just shoot shit and you'll see what happens. And I think this is it. This is part of it. Like shooting shit a bit, not having a strategy, but really just remaining truthful to myself, to what it is that I want to say, without overthinking if it's going to be understood, if it's going to be accepted, if it's going to be validated or anything. It's just really going back to that inside out sort of trajectory versus outside in. And I think that this is how I've lived for the past 34 years of my life, outside in, letting the external circumstances, environment, people kind of dictate how I should feel inside, even though there was always this conflict, just like for all of us. But this time around, I'm really just sticking to journey inside out. Put yourself out there for you, not for people, not to show off, not to perform, not to have some sort of KPIs or return on investment or whatever, but just really because you want to stick to yourself, to what is true to you and what you want to say. We're 8 fucking billion people on this planet, if not more, and we live on this rock that is floating in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, all the odds are with us, and that's why I think I just chose this word, integrity. Putain, I'm on a fucking hill. Yeah, that's why I chose this word, integrity. Regardless, even if my mind goes towards the, but what are people gonna think? Nope. Just stick to your plan. Stick to your finding your voice, expressing yourself, and seeing what comes out of it, And really, again, focusing about the process and not the outcome.